Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, all glory to YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, and a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful elect Akim out there pushing this word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI has created us to do, so he can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line goes back to you being the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American, one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Hey, Shalom. It's your brother Halakia from the GMS Denver camp, coming back once again through the spirit and power of YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI with another video. And before we get into the video that I want to play, we're going to start right here in Jeremiah 51:11. It says what? Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI have raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, which are the Russians. For it, and why has this been done? Why is the Most High raising up Vladimir Putin? You see? It says, for his device is against Babylon, which is America, to destroy it. See, this is what the will of the Most High is for this land that we currently live in. You see all these people out here who are shouting and chanting, God bless America and make America great again. They have no idea what the will of our Father is, man. They have no idea what the Most High's purposes is. Our purpose is for this planet Earth. They really think that their house is going to continue forever, but that's not the case. See, the Most High's will, his will has always been to destroy this land of America. And we're seeing all the signs that point to America is about to be destroyed, man, very soon. It says what? For his device is against Babylon, which is America, to destroy it. Why? Because it is the vengeance of YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, the vengeance of his temple. You hear that? The reason the Most High is about to destroy Babylon the Great is because of what you have done unto the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. You see, this is why this destruction is about to come upon this land. And the reason I bring this verse out is because I have a video that one of the elders sent to the chat, man. And it reads, this is from Pravda report. It says, Russia's super powerful nuclear submarine with 160 nukes on board appears off U.S. coast. And this is just a sign of things to come, man. See, right now it's poking and prodding, but very soon it's going to turn into being physical, man. You see? This is all a foreshadowing of what's about to happen. This is the Most High letting you know that the end of America is at hand. All we need is a few more prophecies to take place. Hey, mainly that MOTB, you see, the RFID CHIP to be made mandatory, and everything is going to speed up, and it all leads to what? The destruction of America, Babylon the Great. So let's play this video.
Russian nuclear submarine of the Bore project, which carries 16 Bulava ballistic missiles on board, unexpectedly appeared off the coast of the United States, having caused serious concerns in Washington. Each of the missiles in service with the submarine is capable of carrying up to 10 nuclear warheads. The incident
Do you hear that? Let's run it back.
created an extreme, having caused serious concerns in Washington. Each of the missiles in service with the submarine is capable of carrying up to 10 nuclear warheads.
Every missile that's in service upon this submarine is capable of carrying up to 10 nuclear warheads, man. Do you hear it? And this is just on the submarine. Now, there's no telling how many submarines that Russia has in these waters, man. You see? So these are just the nukes that Russia has in the seas. Imagine what they have on land, man. And how many warheads each one of those missiles has in it. And as we move forward closer and closer to this World War III popping off, expect to see more news about Russia producing more hypersonic nuclear missiles, because they were already talking last year or the year before last how they were going to start mass producing hypersonic missiles, man. Mass producing, meaning what? Churning them out around the clock on the conveyor belt, man. You see, mass producing nuclear missiles. That's the spirit that the Most High is putting upon these Russians, man. Why? It's because the Most High's determination is to do what? Use the Russians to destroy America.
The incident created an extremely serious danger for the United States, given that the US military have not been able to track the Russian nuclear submarine. The nuclear-powered submarine approached the US coast unnoticed. It was possible to establish the location of the nuclear submarine with up to 160 nuclear warheads on board after the submarine started going back.
This one submarine has 160 warheads just on one submarine, man. Now listen to what he says.
To the base. A submarine of this class is capable of destroying most of the territory of the United States of America in minutes.
Do you hear that? This one submarine is capable of destroying most of America in minutes, man. Just one submarine. You see? This one submarine alone is capable of destroying most of America by itself. That's how much destructive power it has in its arsenal. Now couple that with every other country that has nuclear capabilities, man, and you can see why the destruction of America is going to be so great. You can start to picture how this land is going to become a complete desolation from these nukes when all these nukes start to fly from all these different countries here to this land, man. That's why the Most High said nothing will be left in this land. He gonna stretch upon this land the line of confusion, meaning what? You're not gonna know what any of these landmarks were, man. You're not gonna be able to know where one state started and another began or ended. You see? This is what YAHAWAH bahasham YAHAWASHI has determined for the land of America and the inhabitants that live here, man. You see? And the only ones who are going to make it out is the remnant of the nation of Israel.
Russian nuclear submarines will be able to constantly patrol the waters near the US coast in the event that Russia decides to build a naval base in Cuba or Venezuela, as representatives for the Russian Foreign Ministry earlier said.
So you see? That's what it is right there, man. This is the Most High's will. This is all a foreshadowing of what's about to take place. The greatest destruction the world has ever seen is about to take place here in the land of America. So we're going to read this one more time. Jeremiah 51:11, make bright the arrows. What are the arrows, man? What are the arrows? The ICBM missiles, man. Those hypersonic nuclear missiles, they are the arrows. Gather the shields. YAHAWAH bahasham YAHAWASHI have raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, Vladimir Putin, for his device is against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of YAHAWAH bahasham YAHAWASHI, the vengeance of his temple. So, hey, this destruction is about to come upon you Edomites who dwell in this land because of what? Because of what you have done to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Now, when we go here to Revelation 9, man, it tells us what? Revelation 9:15. And the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year to slay the third part of men. So the Most High has angels who are holding back this destruction, as you can go read in Revelation 7, man. They're holding back the destruction until the remnant of the nation of Israel is sealed with the Holy Spirit of truth. Now, once the last member of the elect is sealed, then the destruction comes, man. And this is what we're reading about right here in Revelation 9. They were finally loose to slay the third part of men. Who are the third part of men? The third part of men are you Edomites, you so-called white people. Because you have 3 classifications of men upon the planet Earth. You have the sons of the righteous, or the sons of Israel, Yasha Allah. You have the sons of man, which are the heathen nations, and you have the sons of the wicked, which are you Edomites, man. So these nuclear missiles, this is the judgment that the Most High has prepared for you Edomites, for all you've done unto the Israelites. You never received the punishment. You never received the judgment. You haven't paid for anything that you've done unto our people, man. Why? Is because the Most High was saving you for last. You see? Let's get that real quick. The Most High does what? Proverbs 16:4. YAHAWAH bahasham YAHAWASHI have made all things for himself. Yea, even the wicked, which are you Edomites, you so-called white people, for the day of evil. What's the day of evil, man? Once the Most High unleashes this great destruction upon you. This is what you have been created for. This is what you are being reserved for. This is what you Edomites were made for, man. You were made to be destroyed. Let's prove that as well. We'll come back to this. Romans 13. Tripping. Romans 9. Let me see where we at. Yup. Romans 9 and 22, it says what? What if the Most High willing to show his wrath and to make his power known and do it with much long suffering, the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? And this is why you Edomites have been able to flourish the way you have been able to flourish. This is the only reason you are on top the way you're on top. This is the only reason that you have been able to build up everything that you have in the earth, especially here in America. Because the Most High was saving you Edomites, the vessels of wrath fitted for destruction, for that great day of evil, to make his power known into the earth. This is why the Most High allowed you Edomites to build up America the way you've done, to become the richest and greatest country in the earth so far. That only happened so the Most High can show his power by destroying you, man. And how is that destruction going to come? By way of thermonuclear missiles, man. This is the punishment of you Edomites. This is the judgment that's coming upon you. You see? And it's not like the Most High is telling doing it for no reason. You deserve it, man. Look at what you've done unto the Israelites. So you never thought you were going to have to pay for anything that you've done unto our people, but you were sadly mistaken. You see, the greatest destruction the world has ever seen is about to befall upon you damn devils, man. You see? Let's go to Job. Matter of fact, it says what? Well, come on, man. Yep. Job 18 and 15, it says what? Where we gonna start at? Damn. Man. This is a whole different, you can just do a lesson on this chapter by itself. Let's do this. Let's start we'll start at 12. Job 18 and 12, and this is talking about you Edomites. This is the judgment or punishment coming upon the house of the wicked, man. Job 18 and 12, it says what? His strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. Because that's what you Edomites were created for. Yeah, you've gone through all the earth, rape, robbing, and pillaging, man. You thought shit was all good. See, just mass murdering, committing mass genocide upon the Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You thought it was all good. You see, but little did you know the Most High had you building up a tab that you're now about to pay for. You see, his strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. It shall devour the strength of his skin, even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. Who is the firstborn of death, man? The Lord YAHAWASHI, who you Edomites crucified upon the cross, man. And he's coming back to get vengeance. It says what? His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle. It shall bring him to the king of terrors. Once again, YAHAWASHI is coming to meet you. It shall dwell in his tabernacle because it is none of his, because you got it by rape, robbery, and murder. The land of America, you stole it, man. You got it by way of the sword. You murdered countless Israelites to obtain this land and be able to move freely about as you're doing right now, man. Cities all throughout this land, man. Houses on all the land in America. The only reason you were able to do that because of what? Rape, robbery, and murder. Mass genocide, man. So this house doesn't belong to you. You stole this, man. And we know what the scriptures say about acquiring a land by blood. That land cannot be cleansed by the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So you Edomites have a lot of blood to pay for, and that's why the destruction that's going to come upon you is going to be so great, man. That every single Edomite that's standing upon the swords of America, when those missiles start to fall, you're going to be put to death. You're going to die. You see? The Most High is going to sit in great judgment upon you, man. It says what? Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation. What's that brimstone? What's that brimstone that's going to be scattered upon his habitation? Those nuclear missiles, man. That's what it is. So back in Revelation 9 and 15, and the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year, for to slay the third part of men, which are you Edomites. Verse 16 says what? And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. Now that's how many missiles that's going to rain down upon Babylon the Great. 200 million, man. 200 million thermonuclear warheads are going to rain down upon Babylon the Great. You see, they said what? Just those missiles alone that was on that submarine. Each one of those missiles had 10 warheads in it, man. And there was 160 warheads altogether on that submarine. Now those are smaller missiles. Now imagine those bigger missiles that Russia and China has, man. Where you probably put 20 warheads into one, 30 warheads into one missile, man. So that number of 200 million is not far-fetched, because we know, go look up the article for yourself. Russia has already planned to start mass producing warheads. And why is that? Why are they doing this, man? It's because it's the Most High's purpose for them to spearhead the destruction of America. See, these missiles weren't created just to be sitting in a damn silo for the rest of forever. These missiles were created to be used to destroy, man, to bring punishment upon the wicked. Let's get Isaiah 54. In 16, it says what? Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. You hear that? These nuclear scientists, man, the Most High created them and gave them that know-how to make these warheads proficiently, man. He gave them the know-how to make these warheads hypersonic, these missiles hypersonic, man. That technology came down from the Most High unto these, first and foremost, those German Edomites. And guess what? That technology was given over to the Russians, man. And this is why they're leading the world in missile technology. Why? It was the purpose and will of the Most High for them to be the top when it comes to these missiles. And you know what's crazy? America loves to brag and boast about how great their military is, but they don't even have hypersonic missiles in America, man. They have yet, you see, to successfully test a hypersonic missile in America, man. But Russia's done multiple tests. Why? That shows you that's spiritual, man. The Most High doesn't want America to have that technology. But Russia has it. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to issue it out to all of their allies for them to have it. To do what? To waste and destroy the land of America, man. This is what's coming. So going back, Revelation 9 and 16, it says what? And the number of the army of horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire, and of jacinth, and brimstone. And the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions. They were fierce, man. They were ferocious. These heads of what? These heads represent what? The warheads. It says what? And out of their mouths issued fire, smoke, and brimstone. Because out of the what? The top of the missile, the head of the missile comes what? The warheads, man. Verse 18. By these was the third part of men killed, by the fire, by the smoke, and by the brimstone, which issued out of their mouths. This is the destruction and judgment coming upon you Edomites, you see, for what you have done unto the Israelites in this planet Earth, man. These missiles were tailor-made, at what you Edomites in mind, man. You see? Verse 19. For their power is in their mouth. Why? Because that's where the warheads rest. And in their tails. What is the tail? The rocket propulsion system to get it from point A to point B. And all these things have done is gotten more and more powerful. You see, the better and better technology has gotten. To now, you can actually get a fucking nuclear missile. You see, a hypersonic missile from Russia to America in less than 15 minutes, man. That's powerful. You see? They say some of these missiles can get up to Mach 9, man. Going faster than the speed of sound. It says what? For their tails were like unto serpents, and they had heads, which are the warheads, and with them they do hurt, because that's where all the destructive power lies, in that warhead. This is what's coming, man. You see that? This is what's coming.
Russian nuclear submarine of the Bore project, which...
I didn't want to watch the whole video again, but yo, this is what's being prepared. This is a foreshadowing of what's about to take place in America, man. A great destruction is coming. You see? A great destruction is coming, man. Let's end it off on this one. Let's get 2nd Ezra 16. Yep. 2nd Ezra 16 and 13, it says what? For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp. Talking about those ICBM missiles. And shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world, man. Say from Russia to America. This is not talking about an actual arrow, man. These are talking about these new age arrows, man. These hypersonic missiles, these nuclear missiles, man, being shot from one end of the earth into the other end of the earth. You see? It says what? And shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Because the land of America is going to burn for a very long time, man. You see, when the smoke clears and the fire stops, America will be the greatest desert the world has ever seen before, man. So just look around you now. See how everything is built up? You got the mountains. You got fucking Great Lakes and fucking gigantic cities. You see? Miles and miles of prairies and plains and roads. All this is going to be completely destroyed. You see? Once those missiles start to fall, man. It says what? Verse 17. It says, woe is me, woe is me. Oh, Salakia. Verse 16. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that are sent, so that shall be sent upon the earth, shall not return again. Because once these heathen that have these nuclear capabilities press the buttons, man, there's no returning. You see, ain't gonna be no kill switch for these nuclear missiles, man. Once they're shot off, they're shot off, and they're gonna do exactly what the Most High created and programmed them to do: to travel to the land of America, to make a complete desolation of this land. You see, to turn them to turn this land into a dry land, a desert, and a wilderness, man. This is what's coming, and this is what's being foreshadowed. You see, when these type of videos are being captured and talked about, it's foreshadowing the great destruction that's about to take place in America, man. It says, what? Even so, the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? Because it's going to be that bad, man. You see? It's going to be that bad. And the only way we're going to get up out of here is through our faith. Faith. The only way we're going to be saved from this great destruction that's coming is faith in YAHAWASHI. You see, not the keeping of the law to the letter, man. The only way we're going to get up out of this destruction that's coming to escape these 200 million thermonuclear warheads is complete faith, trust, hope, and belief in the one you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, whose true name is YAHAWASHI. You see? And so with that, I want to give all praise, all honor, all glory to YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopefully let Ikim out there pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI has created us to do. And with that, I'm going to say shalom, wa, a abba,